Ask any CEO or vice president about their management team, and you're likely to hear about managers who just don't seem to be able to make decisions fast enough, or who can't give constructive feedback, or are not willing to develop their team members, or are not willing to take hard decisions when it comes to employees. Basically, managers who are not managing or who are reluctant managers. Hi, I'm Sonali Sinha, an executive coach and leadership facilitator, and I'm back with my series on conversations with leaders. Now, it's true that most employees are promoted to managerial roles based on their performance in some technical area. That's how they get selected to become a manager. Now, this is a great way to reward someone for their performance, but a manager who is reluctant or who does not want to take on the responsibility of leading the team can actually cause a lot of problems, not just for the team but the organization as a whole. Newly promoted managers need to learn how to think, feel and behave like a manager and not as an individual contributor or a doer. They need to stop thinking of the people and the business as two separate aspects of their job. Their job is to get the people to deliver the business results, and for this they need to be able to assert themselves, take initiative and influence others. Unfortunately, reluctant managers tend to fall short on all these fronts. In most cases, the reluctance is not because they don't know what is expected of them. It is more because they are afraid to take on the responsibility of supervising other people, or because they believe that they are not going to be good at it. Especially high achievers in technical areas may tend to be very competitive and a loner and may not have very well developed interpersonal skills. Reluctant managers often tend to ignore a problem in the hope that if they ignore it, it will just go away. And this can really cause a lot of problems within the team. Rather than helping people grow professionally with training and tools that can help them perform better, they might actually ignore the underperformer, the underachiever. They might look down at them and sometimes may even step in and do the job for them. When this happens, it is not good for anyone because it impacts the morale of the team and will not help them develop their capabilities, and as a whole the team will underperform. Sometimes the role of a boss can be twice as hard for people who have a very strong need to be liked by everyone. Such managers are unable to assert themselves, and this is what holds them back from actually delivering good performance. So what can you do as the supervisor or superior of a reluctant manager? How can you help them become empowered leaders? You could sit them down and explain to them that they need to lead the team and that is their responsibility. But in most cases, they already know what is expected of them. The problem tends to lie at a deeper level. As humans, we tend to limit what is possible based on what we believe is true. Our perception becomes our reality, and we may in fact look for evidence that supports that belief and ignore everything else. It takes as little as one or two unfortunate incidents for us to then generalize it to all aspects of our life. For instance, somebody who froze on the stage as a child might believe that they can never be a good public speaker. Applying this to the current topic, your reluctant manager may have had some experiences which makes him or her believe that they will not be a good leader or that they are not a good leader. So even if you believe that they are capable of leading a team and they also take on that role, they might actually be facing some conflicts within themselves. They might be telling themselves at a subconscious level that this is not going to work, and they might even be sabotaging their own performance just to conform to that belief that they are not a good leader. Another possibility could be that they believe that a good leader needs to behave in a certain manner. For example, a good leader needs to be pushy or demanding or needs to be an extrovert. This could be based on the exposure that they have had while growing up or during their earlier work life. So they may try to fit into that mold and behave in that manner, even if that is not their natural personality type. This is bound to lead to an internal tussle or incongruence, and eventually they might convince themselves that they are not really good enough as a leader, or that they are better off being an individual contributor. So what you really need to do is to understand what is making them reluctant in their role as a manager. What is standing in their way to assert themselves and get the work done? What are their beliefs about their own leadership capabilities? Once you know this, you will be able to help them develop a new perspective by opening their minds to newer possibilities and newer ways of looking at themselves, their role, and their impact. Another way in which you can empower them is to understand that managers hesitate to take decisions because they are afraid of making a mistake. So look at how you react when something goes wrong. Do you encourage the manager to figure out how to solve the problem, or do you spend time analyzing what was their role in things going wrong? Your trust in them is going to empower them to take more decisions and better decisions. And finally, you can help a reluctant manager by developing their leadership capabilities through training and coaching. A good training program can really help an individual change how they think. A coaching program can actually help them overcome those internal barriers that we talked about earlier and also develop their thinking capabilities. Remember, after you have tried all these possibilities and given them the opportunity to develop themselves, if you still find them to be reluctant in their role as a manager, it would be advisable to find a better fitting role for them. It's not worth losing a good employee if you can find a more suitable way to reward them for their performance. Do share your thoughts and experiences. Talk soon.